Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hello, you guys. I hope you're doing well. And today, I think I'm going to ask a few poignant questions here about Charles and the family and the holding back of revealing and letting out the can of worms on the faux children and all that. So I'm going to ask such as what's being blocked or delayed? What are they not seeing for themselves? What difficulties are they having? And what sort of breakthrough or any overturning will happen? Those will be the 4 questions I will ask. I might go through a few people here, start out with Charles, then I'll probably do Harry. And it's only 4 cards there. And maybe I'll do some clarifications. I'll be using this double-sided deck here. And I'm going to smoke out my cards now. Here comes the ugly ashtray. Sorry, you guys. Okay, and it's hot outside. It's very hot, so it's good to be indoors. Yesterday was really smoking hot. But September's a beautiful month. It's coming around, September, you guys. And I did ask my husband to go on his phone and check, how long have I been a YouTuber? It's actually will be 5 years and 4 months coming up here, September here. Like the first week or so, somewhere in the first week or so I think it is, or second. Somewhere in there is when I started. So, and I started about 4 months before the 5 years. And that was because, and I didn't calculate that when I talked about it previously, was because I wasn't monetized and I held back. The funny story is, you guys, about this whole situation when I started was I didn't tell my husband what I was doing. I know, sneaky, right? And I didn't tell him I was doing it. He was at work and he had 2 jobs. He was working an evening job as a professor, and he just wasn't home a lot. So I was doing this to, keep myself occupied. And he didn't know until I became monetized, which was, it took me 3 months to get monetized. And then once I got monetized, I didn't know to turn it on. And so then I broke the news to him at 4 months, because then I knew I was going to start making money. And so I had to tell him because of taxes. So he tells people that story. He thinks it's funny that I didn't tell him until I told him that we'd be owing more on taxes. So that's the way it happened. All right, so here we go. I am using the book that I shared with you guys yesterday. This one here. I think it's a great book if anyone's into tarot. But, it's really thick. It's very in-depth, Something like this is easier said than done. And remembering this stuff. This is why I'm constantly always looking for the perfect book to make tarot make more sense. Even though I got the experience I have, I'm still digging for more. You're never done learning. When you think you're great at something, you find out that there's more you need to know, and that you're not so great. So there you go. That's just where I stand. Okay, here we go. So the question, Charles here. What is blocking or delayed in revealing some things from his perspective? Prince Charles. King Charles. God, it's hard for me to get used to. King Charles. King Charles, what is delaying the information being released? I know it's his dear boy. He wants to protect his dear boy and keep the door open, just like he got his spiritual guidance. Leave the door open. So that would be one reason. Just he's hoping and praying that he comes to his senses and comes back. But let's see what else the cards have to say. Charles. There we go. I will take that one. Yeah, he's just waiting for him to crash and burn. He's just waiting for him to have such horrific mental struggles, he can't do it anymore. Yeah. Chariot in reverse is poor health. Also, he's in poor health himself. It's about regrouping, resting. It's about also coming to the end of the road and losing the battle. He may also think that he's lost the battle. He's really concerned about losing his own health battle here and losing his vigor. He can't focus on it right now. He's got too many struggles, too many challenges. Yeah, and you have to consider he lost his father and his mother too. So there's a lot of situations. Plus, he doesn't want revenge implemented on him. Upright, it's black and white splitting, mental struggles of shifting of the black and white, where you can't see someone as a whole object. That's like having issues with whole object relations. This particular card is with it upright. Whole object relations is being able to hold a positive feeling for someone. Despite their negative traits, you could still hold the good. You know their good parts, you know their negative parts, but yet you can consider them as a whole. But when you have shifting, black and white splitting, as they call it, you're unable to do it because it's with the ego, and it's a defense mechanism to protect the ego, that you have to see someone as all or nothing. There is no gray in between. So he definitely is struggling. He knows Harry has splitting issues. He knows Harry splits black and white. That would go and fall in line with narcissism, high psychopathic traits, borderline personality disorder, and also the revenge card of being so challenged they go against other people and revenge against them. So he's trying to keep the revenge from reoccurring. So he doesn't want the reoccurrence of revenge and him splitting black and being seen as the devil in his son's eyes. So that's how I see that. And he's waiting for the wheels to fall off on his situation. So I'm going to take all three of these as that particular what is being blocked or delayed. We have here the 8 of Swords in the reverse position. So with the 8 of Swords, that is the prisoner card upright, but we have it in reverse, where he decides to free himself from his own mental prison. When Harry decides to free himself from his own mental prison, but he doesn't want him to be split black. He doesn't want to be seen as the devil and the dark person that he's going to keep revenging against. So once he gets out of that relationship and facing his fears, then he sees a better situation. This 8 of Swords upright is mental torment. He doesn't want to torment Harry anymore because he knows he's already got shifting black and white. He already knows he's mentally challenged, emotionally challenged, low IQ, low emotional IQ, low adversity IQ, low intelligence IQ. He's just very low in the Qs, and he can't cope. Harry has no coping mechanisms. He's not very good at coping. And the 10 of Swords. He's waiting for it to come to an end with the 10 of Swords so that they can move on. Disheartened, but he's also moved on also. Charles has moved on. He feels like he has been frozen out. He is frozen out. Harry's frozen out. He is waiting for it to hit a rock bottom, though, and it's also an ending. He's hoping that he gets out of the relationship, and it's an ending to Harry that Harry didn't expect. He's expecting Harry to fall apart. He's expecting Harry to free himself and expecting Harry to get backstabbed by his wife. And then we have the Page of Cups upright. And so to him, that would be good news. He wants his son to actually mentally fall apart with Meghan. Would be a good news, good message. And then that would give him hope with the Page of Cups upright. That would be the head up in the clouds. He realizes Harry had his head up in the clouds with this relationship. And that there would be self-love that can be built. And it would be idealistic situation. And then he can heal through therapy. I would say Charles also has probably sought out some help and has has a healed energy of moving on, but he's expecting and hoping for the same for his son, that he will as well, but also waiting for the fallout for Harry's life. That Harry's life will fall apart, completely fall apart. So then let's get to the next. I'm just going to take the whole deck. I'm going to take this one because it was popped out. And then we have here the 6 of Wands, and then it would be victorious in his mind, a victory, success, a failure from success. I take that back. That's in reverse. That is upright success, getting acknowledgement, getting appreciation, all that. He knows that everything he's done for his son has been a failure. He's done everything to prop him up as looking like he's successful, and it absolutely failed. He had his head up in his clouds that his son would be that idealistic son by propping him up as a success, but he never was. So there's that facade management that the Crown did for Harry, but it's also another reason why Harry is a failure, is because you can't prop someone up and keep propping them up, expecting them to be able to do it themselves when it was always done for them. Mowing the lawn for them, energy. Mowing the lawn for your incompetent, emotionally arrested development son did him no favors. Much like Meghan's dad did no favors for Meghan by propping her up. This is where you get the narcissism. It's big ego card. This is a very big ego card. to where they have an arrested development ego, where their ego is very self-punitive and crushing because they're not successful. So what do you do when you're not successful? You're envious, you're jealous, you're petulant, you go out and you rage on other people. And then you don't get the respect. So he's also afraid he doesn't want to lose his respect for his position either. So that's how I see that. Let's get to the next question here. What am I not seeing, and what is he not seeing? I'm gonna leave the myself because I'm not reading about him, Harry. What is he not seeing? What is Charles not seeing? What is Charles not seeing? What he's not seeing is the Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, Harry basically he's pretty dangerous with that sword in reverse. He will cut. He's difficult. He has a problem with being truthful. Upright is that petulant child who's know-it-all. But here is the truth. He has a problem facing the utter truth. Because in reverse, Page of Swords is better than upright for that particular card. Hardly all of them are. Most swords in reverse is not good. But for Page of Swords in reverse, it's actually really is far better. So, you know, it's losing his petulance. Is he going to lose his petulance? Is he going to actually come in and be truthful? Is he actually going to say it like it is? Because the Page of Swords is a kid who comes in and says, well, I've got all life experience. You should hear me out. I'm going to fight with you. I'm going to argue with me. We're going to have hasty conversations. We're going to get brutal with each other. That know-it-all child. Harry's not a know-it-all child. He's hoping that Harry will drop the know-it-all child, I know-it-all narcissist energy. Narcissists are absolute total know-it-alls. They think they know everything when they have very little success to back it up. He knows Harry has absolutely no success to back it up to knowing anything. So he's waiting for the crash and burn because he knows he doesn't have it. He knows his son. He knows his son's not capable. And he knows his son's mentally ill, and that's part of his mental illness with his defense mechanism, thinking he knows it all through his mental illness. He cannot see clearly, and just waiting for that relationship to come to an end and waiting for some truth to come out. That would be nice. Next card I have here in this position of what is he not seeing? He's seeing what he's not seeing is the Empress in reverse. He needs to admit that he has not seen the children. He needs to publicly come out that there are no children. Yeah, the Empress in reverse. That there is a moon bump and being truthful about the moon bump. Yeah, there it is, you guys. There's the moon bump diaries right there. She pretends that she's had babies. She pretends she's that domestic goddess, divine feminine who gives birth. No, she didn't. So it'd be revealing it, the truth. He does not want to reveal the truth. What's holding him back is the Nine of Pentacles, getting his wishes fulfilled. Getting his wishes fulfilled is also holding him back. He's hoping that Meghan and Harry actually will probably have that Nine of Pentacles, getting all their wishes come true. He was hoping they would have the children and having his wishes come true. But unfortunately, he knows the wish is coming true. Basically, the truth is something he doesn't want to face himself, which is where's the children? Where's those envisaged children? He kept holding back, hoping that it just wasn't so. I think even Charles was living in denial and living in a bit of a challenged state of mind where he couldn't face the crash and burn. So basically, rose-tinted glasses. Basically wearing rose-tinted glasses for his own son. Where is he experiencing difficulties? Difficulties for Charles. Difficulty for Charles. Difficulty for Charles. Four of Wands upright. Yet maintaining that four-wall structure of stability, social events, keeping the enthusiasm up. He's having difficulties keeping everything propped up, making it look like the family's perfect. We're perfect. We're the perfect family, perfect celebrations, perfect. Everything is perfect. That's back to narcissism. I know HG has said that Charles is a covert narcissist. This spread is a bit covert narcissism here, wanting to fake the success when it's not successful. He's accustomed to faking success and putting on the social mask of success when things are really falling apart at the shambles and threads are being pulled out and you got one thread left. He's used to do that because they're figureheads. It's the figurehead card, kind of. We have to keep this look like we're solid, keeping the royal family look solid, the business, the family, make us look solid. So that is a huge difficulty here. No kidding. Next position, because we have here the lies, the deception, the mental illness of his son. The fantasy, the secrets, keeping the secrets hidden, fraudulent secrets, knowing and obscuring the truth, knowing it's all lies, delusions, illusions, and hiding his emotional feelings about it, and just basically in hiding. So he's trying to hide for the family, for the royal crest, for the whole firm, to keep them where they're positioned. They don't want to lose their position. King of Pentacles upright. Yep, he wants to be the one who is the substantial master of worldly success and has it all, and a good parent, figurehead, and good advisor and leader. So it's all about his leadership, keeping him in control. And then we have here Queen of Swords upright, and that would be with Camilla, Queen of Swords and the truth, older, wiser female who's been through a lot, and she is someone you don't mess with. Sounds just like her. Yes, she's shrewd. She's analytical, and she will call it out. She is going to accept the reality. She does not wear a mask, but she's stern and cold, and she will call everything out. She knows that Camilla is definitely ready, but he's really concerned about keeping everything for appearances, really. It's really facade management, to be quite frank with you. And I already knew that. I've always known that. I just kind of avoid saying that stuff because I don't want to piss people off, but it is what it is. It is facade management for Harry. What is about the overturning? So is there going to be a breakthrough or overturning? Will there be a breakthrough or an overturning? So where we get the truth. The overturning would be a reversal position in tarot for the most part, according to this book. It's all about the reversals, is all about overturning a situation. So what kind of overturning are we going to see? Is he going to flip the lie into truth, in essence? Will he flip these lies and be straight up truth? Camilla's all for it here. Charles is concerned about maintaining his position. Overturning. What we have here is the Five of Swords in reverse. Five of Swords. Well, what we have here is getting busted. The truth coming out. Prison time. This is bust. Yeah, he knows that Harry can be in big, well, deep shit. Okay, arrest. Harry can be in big trouble legally. It's a legal problem here for Harry, and he may not be able to help him. It's a continuous pattern of behavior that doesn't stop. It's a continuous pattern of behavior of covert betrayal, battle. He's got battle fatigue too, and he knows he's just trying to be at peace also in the situation. He also has backed down. Charles has backed down because he knows it's just an unfulfilling situation. It's not going to end well because it's also a pattern against his son. His son keeps doing a pattern against him. It would be tit for tat. And basically upright is not backing down. Charles did back down. Charles backed down in the whole situation and put down his sword. He's not willing to allow repeated issues, which means he's not willing to respond. He's not willing to engage in arguments. He's not willing to allow the pattern to continue. He wants it to stop. However, he knows it could be a huge sly and cunning problem here because Five of Swords is sly and cunning, and he doesn't want the antagonizing behavior from his son anymore because he feels beat down. But it is a problem with arrest. He has busted him. He does know what he's up to. He understands all of it. It's also against the crown. It's illegal against the crown to fake offspring. And that where lies the problem, where Harry could do jail time. He probably won't because, they mow the lawn, they do everything for him. But this puts them in a very bad position, legally speaking. Because it is my lock him up, go to jail and throw away the key card, okay? He knows Harry can be in big shit creek. So that's what he's afraid of. Because it would overturn everything. It would overturn the whole lie and expose it, and Harry's in deep, deep trouble. That's getting your head chopped off, but this is today. So that's what I got from that. So that's what's holding him back. That is what's holding him back. And let's find out for Harry. Harry, let's get Harry now. Let's get my smoke. Get my smoke. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, the rubber baby doll is being exposed, and Meghan's being called single white female. The whole single white female is that movie. I think it was Glenn Close. I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I think it was Glenn Close. Very dark movie of a crazy woman who will not let go of a man. And she is just, the way she mirrors Catherine, they're calling her single white female on social media right now, along with the plastic Darren doll, of her holding the Darren doll with a very good image of the Darren doll looking identical to the one she was carrying for the image of Archie's baptism, and also from the one that she was at the polo thing when she was wearing that big green oversized muumuu dress, that big olive green one where she was walking around holding the child, and then the Wales children were keeping several feet away from her. And you could see like George was looking at her like she was an absolute nutter. And then there were other people looking at her with concern. Some people actually smirked a little bit. Everyone knew she was an absolute bonkers. She is like, go lock her up now. Looking like a psych patient, basically, is what she looked like walking around. And then she was going through the trunks of cars. She went through William's trunk of his car. I think she was going through Harry's. She was really a really psychotic mess that day. And crazy. So Harry, let's get Harry now. Harry, you got a psychotic wife. There we go. She's just got a total break from reality, man, when she was doing that. I mean, you know, she had a complete break from reality when she was doing it that day. I mean, that's a whole special kind of crazy to actually do that. I mean, it's one thing to do it with the cameras when they did their baby announcement at the stables, you know, with it all wrapped up, and then Harry tried pushing on the thumb to get it to activate, and it wouldn't, and everyone talked about that. Look at him. What grown man sticks his thumb into a child and pushes hard on it? I mean, we have all this on tape, for Christ's sake. Just let it out. Harry, what's keeping you? Harry, I mean, we know the truth. It's absolutely ridiculous that this continues. So what's got you blocked and delayed from speaking the absolute truth? What's your problem, Harry? What's your problem, Harry? What's keeping you delayed from walking out and actually being truth for the first time in like 7 years? When are you going to speak your truth? What's delaying the truth, Harry? What's delaying the truth? What's delaying the truth for Harry? What's delaying the truth for Harry? There we go. And I will keep that there. Okay, delaying the truth, I have here, the Star in reverse. He can't heal the situation. He can't get out of it. Yeah, he doesn't want to glow down. He wants to stay glowed up. See, he's trying to glow up and act like he's all Mr. Purification. I'm pure. I'm innocent. Everyone's going to say yes to me. Everyone's going to want me. The universe is going to agree with me. I'm doing the right thing. No, you're not. You're doing the wrong thing. The fact he's doing the wrong thing, that's what's holding him back. So this would be his ego. This would be his petulance. This would be his rebellious energy. He's always been this way, always having to stay in the shadows. There you go. That's the spare card. The rocky path, the sick person who has to learn a very hard life lesson. He's learning life the hard way. And the fact that everyone's going to tell him no. No, Harry. Harry doesn't like the word no because Harry's very high in narcissism and high in psychopathic traits. And everyone's going to say no. He doesn't want to be told no. He wants to glow up. He wants to be better than other people. There's no pleasure in telling the truth. It would be total displeasure and everyone would be upset with him. So he's trying to avoid that path of people being upset with him and calling him a sick, you know what. And the fact there would be no mental peace for him ever. And always having to live in the shadows. He doesn't want to live in the shadows. He's been the spare his whole life. Diana always said, you'll be my king. So that's really bothered his psyche his entire life, is always being in the life of the shadows. So he just isn't the star of the show. Like Meghan, he wants to be the star of the show, and he's not. And then we have here 10 of Wands, and it's in the reverse position. That's also keeping, because once that happens, he can never move on. It totally comes to an end for him. And basically, he's got to let it out, but there's no reconciliation. People will not reconcile with him. People will avoid him. He'll have to stay in the shadows. No one will want to have anything to do with them. It's like him falling out of the tree. He'll be falling further down than where he already is. There's no healing energy in the situation, because he wants back what he lost. I want back everything I had before, even with my lies. We're supposed to clean it all up, prop me back up, keep cleaning up my messes. God knows how much money they spent on covering up his lies, just like what Thomas Markle did for Meghan, blocking the eye glue incident. How much money did he spend on lawyers for that, plus blocking it? She may never have graduated from Northwestern. That's probably another lie of hers. The family pumped her up, put her up, made him feel like a star. This is very much Meghan energy. She's a star. She's going to be doing great things in life, but not really capable. Not really capable. That spare energy of Meghan and Harry, they both have that problem with that spare energy, not getting what they want. Sick people you want to avoid, will never heal. Just trying to let go of the guilt. He doesn't have much guilt. It's definitely sort of a victim stance with the 10 of Wands in reverse. So he doesn't have much guilt in lying, and he just doesn't have a problem with it. So basically, he takes a different approach. He will always take a different approach and drop the burden onto other people. This is, I can't handle any burdens. I can't pick up any more burdens, so everyone else is going to clean it up for me because I'm a spare, and everyone's supposed to clean up the spare because I'm mentally unhinged and unwell, and I have no guilt in doing it because I'm the victim here. I'm the victim, and I feel no guilt. And if I'm feeling burdened, you better pick it up for me. So that is your petulance, that loser energy, who will always drop every burden on other people. He will not take burdens on his own lap. This goes back to not having love and logic while he was growing up. They did not exercise love and logic, which is you take the problem, you tell the child, let's see if you can figure out. These are your options. You've got A, B, C, and D. These are the consequences that can come with A, B, C, and D. Now, which one do you want to pick, kid? Pick which choice, because whatever choice you make, there's going to be consequences. Choose wisely, and then you get to deal with the after effects. That's what should have happened, but it didn't happen. There is a book called Love and Logic. I'll have to pull it out of my library and show it to you. Maybe for those of you that have grandkids, children that are starting their families, maybe you can pick it up and you can give it as a Christmas gift, because you know what? Everybody needs that book. And this is what they didn't do. And this is what everybody knows. And this is what's holding Harry back. He expects it. It's a life pattern. It's expected. Total expectations. Well, he's not getting it now, and that's the problem. Next position is the Sun upright. He wants to be happy. He wants profound joy. So this is for the questions, what am I not seeing in myself? What is he not seeing in himself? Is being able to purify and purify himself. The Sun is a bleacher and purifier. He cannot bleach and purify his image now. It's over. He cannot get back to his inner child of happiness, of going back in time and feeling the joy that he once had. He wants what he once had, and he can't have it. And that's another problem. That's what's holding him back. If I can't have what I want what I want. Harry gets what Harry wants. Meghan gets what Meghan wants. That's why he said Meghan gets what Meghan wants, and Meghan's capable of just about anything. That's quite the projection coming from Harry, and that's exactly what it is. So what's the next position? Where's his difficulties? What difficulties is he experiencing? What difficulties is Harry experiencing? What difficulties is he experiencing? Well, here we go. The Emperor in reverse. Daddy is not picking up and talking to me. And so, he won't move the obstacles for me. He's trying to force it. Come on, Dad, you can do it. You can do an overreach of power. So he's having difficulty getting King Charles to do an overreach of power and dominate and take over and move the obstacles for him. That's his problem. Come on, you can do it, Dad. You're the king. Do it for me. No one's stopping you. You can do whatever you want. You have the power to do it, and Charles is saying no. Next position here is Three of Wands. He's waiting. He's waiting for his dad to move all obstacles out of the way for him. Oh, wow. It's that mowing the lawn situation again. But we have here the Ace of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse position, and he's disappointed that his dad's not willing to do it. Nope, you're the bad apple, the bad seed. I'm not willing to do it. I've not proposed that to you. I have not suggested to it. I'm not giving it to you. The hand is dead. Nope, I'm not giving it to you. So he's not passing it on. He's not doing it. Then we have here the Seven of Swords. Yeah, upright. Because of your lies, your deception, your snake energy, your thievery, your unreliability, you're claiming wins without efforts. Things aren't going as planned. So he knows, Harry knows, things are not going as planned. He lies all the time. He's been nothing but a bad apple, a bad seed his whole life. But yet he expects everyone to manifest. Use the tools available, Father. You have it. You have the tools. You have everything to give me what I want. You can manipulate it if you want to. You can do it, and you can manipulate more lies, Dad, on my behalf to make me look like the good son. But he's not. You're the bad son. You're the bad seed in the family. And the bad seed keeps waiting and waiting and waiting for improvement, but the ship's not coming in. And he wants him to override power to his benefit and use it. So this is what he's waiting for. Come on, dear Dad, clean up my mess for me again. For you've been doing it my entire life. Why should you stop now? Next position. Will there be a breakthrough or overturning? Will there be a breakthrough or overturning? We have here Page of Swords in the reverse position. It's going to require his honesty. Ooh. Yes. Only if he's honest can he get set free, is basically what this is saying. He knows he's landing on honesty, but Harry doesn't want the consequences. He doesn't want to have to pay the price for what he's done. It's total petulance, spoiled, narcissist child who cannot take accountability. He doesn't want the accountability, and this is the problem. I have to be truthful. I have to cop up all the truth. When I act like a know-it-all and I started all these problems, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't know it, so now I got to speak the actual truth. So it will be when he speaks the truth, when he's ready to speak the truth. Let's clarify that. Page of Swords in the reverse. But he knows once he does, things is going to go against his favor. The wheel in reverse, it's basically, there's no positivity for him. He will look bad. It's bad karma, bad fate. He has to return to his old values, and he has to deal with the negative consequences and the outcomes. Back to, he doesn't want to suffer the consequences. That's what's holding Harry back. I hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.